you have ADHD. We all do. All three of us do. Do you feel like it causes you to procrastinate like crazy?
Oh yeah, dude, all the time.
You know what's been coming up recently is that like, I've been procrastinating so hard lately, and like today I was like, I'll get ready for this podcast like an hour before. I'll sit down an hour before and I'll get ready, and that seems like a good way to manage my time. But then a friend calls me in a crisis.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's the worst part about procrastination is as soon as somebody needs something last minute, it fucks everything up because like my whole life is like hinged on the fact that like nothing urgent needs to happen except for, you know what I mean? Like, cause like if I have something due on Friday, I'm going to do it like Thursday at midnight. So if something urgent, if like my dog swallows some medicine or something, I'm fucked. I can't hit a deadline.
Yeah, I have no fucking way.
Yeah. And so my friend's like hanging by a thread on the phone, and I'm like, God, can we do this another time? I got to get ready for this fucking podcast.
You should have called me this morning when I was still procrastinating.
Yeah, I know. I had plenty of time. Where were you when I was staring at a wall? At 8?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, an hour before. That's how they do it on CNN. There's like, we'll take an hour before, got to get things together, and then we'll broadcast.
Yeah, dude. I'm a mess. What?
I was just riffing on CNN. Do you mind if I smoke this in the studio?
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Thank God.
That's the only way I can edit these garbage podcasts that come through the studio is I have to fucking take like Dilanopin and smoke weed and freebase crack, and then eventually I can get through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the GHB editor. That's what everyone knows me as.
That's better. Now I feel like myself again. Thank God.
Well, this is our first episode with video, not on purpose, but
not for lack of trying.
we tried 2 weeks in a row, but I've blown it. So now people can actually see Jackson. What are we wearing here? Who designed this? Who are you wearing today?
Well,
if you're on a red carpet, and you walked up, and they said, "Who are you wearing?"
I always wear Chicos when I'm in the LA thrift shops. I'm always drawn to a certain aesthetic, and it turns out all the same brand, Chicos.
Chicos. Okay. That's what you like?
Oh yeah, all the gaudy, that Latin women will wear at barbecues. That's what I like.
Oh, you do look like a little bit of a Tia.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Tia, like her niece's wedding.
All LA thrift, all top of the line. This was bought on the street from a Mexican fella.
Wait, what was?
These shoes? The butt plug.
He wasn't even selling them. He was just walking around in them.
He's just showing his cock. This was bought by a Mexican fellow on the sidewalk. That's how we find out you're a hooker.
It made a great sale. I sodomized a Mexican, and he gave me these shoes.
Sodomized the Mexican.
I sodomized a Mexican just to get these shoes. Come on, baby.
That's a Toby Keith B-side.
Yeah, dude. That's a Bakersfield sound.
Yeah, exactly.
Took him in the back of my truck and I made him squeal. And I took the shoes right off his feet. Toby don't make it come for free.
I had to write some jokes for a country artist, Morgan Wallen.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
it's just the N-word a bunch of times.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess if you're ghostwriting for somebody, you're not supposed to repeat your jokes because it's supposed to pretend that they wrote them.
Yeah.
But
we all know Morgan Wallen didn't write.
No, it was
anything funny.
No, it was for a comedian who was roasting him.
Okay.
Yeah. But I didn't know Morgan had that N-word scandal.
Yeah.
Which actually, it's really probably the least egregious of all of them because he's just saying it like friend. Like he's not even being racial. Mm-hmm. He's just like, make sure this boop gets home safe. Talking about another white guy.
He's just getting a little too comfortable with his black friends. There's no hate there.
Yeah, there was no hate. He was making sure somebody got home safe. But
he's checking on someone.
I've noticed the big change is that he started to wear sleeves after that, and I think like that was like his little psychological. See, I've changed.
Yeah,
I wear sleeves.
Yeah,
because I don't think you can have you can't be accused of being racist and have a sleeveless flannel on because that's guilty right away.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, we know.
Yeah, look at you. You're dressed like Mick Foley. Yeah. We know you say it. Nobody wears a sleeveless flannel.
You got a shed full of crosses unburnt in your house.
Nobody's ever been seen in a sleeveless flannel reading James Baldwin. I don't think that's ever happened. He's got some great points.
Actually, critical race theory is very important.
Whites have to say it in private or they'll go crazy.
What? Yeah.
They have to vent it. They got to say it into a brown paper bag or they'll go and do hate crimes,
That's That's how Morgan gets ready for the shows.
Yeah,
He just sits
yeah,
alone
yeah.
in a room, says it a few times.
He's like, I can't choose my TM mantra. All right, the guru gave it to me. This is the only one. I paid $30,000 for this mantra. That's a word I bet hasn't been said too many times by somebody sitting cross-legged. That's not really a posture to drop a racial slur in. Build a wall, build a wall, build a wall.
Kanye was right.
It's not a coincidence that Germany is the most economically successful country in Europe post-World War II.
He's not perfect, but I admire him. I admire the infrastructure. If we could just do the infrastructure without, but maybe if it's necessary for the infrastructure, I'll kill them all. I'll do whatever it takes. A final solution.
That was the Catholic Church rhythm, because like I had to go to a couple synagogues for ceremonies and stuff when back in the day when I was dating a Jewish lady, and they sing their prayers, but it's like melodic. But because I grew up in Catholic, and like the church is all just like, William Simon is joining Jackson Banks on the couch for a podcast. It's just that melody the whole time, every time.
Yeah, then some Latin at the end of it.
What are they, Stephen Hawking? Joining him on the couch.
The universe is expanding. Eventually, it'll break in half, and we will all disappear. Yeah, Stephen Hawking, horny guy.
Yeah?
Horny fucking guy. Love pussy.
I imagine.
Devout Catholic.
Left his wife for his caretaker.
I imagine, dude. Imagine just not being able to vent it at all. I have a friend in a wheelchair. He can't come. He can't have an orgasm.
Really?
Does he have? Does it take your desire away?
Yeah.
No. No.
Jesus Christ. Boo, is that what you said?
Yeah, no, brutal. Dude.
Oh, brutal. Boo.
Boo.
Fucking
Like, are
sucks.
you booing paralysis?
Get hard already.
So, like, no matter what he does, like, what if we brought in fucking Hank's wife to jerk him off? Maybe she could make it work.
Yeah.
In Breaking Bad?
He can't.
Remember, he's like, I'm staying in the hospital. And she's
Every-
like, if I can get you to come, you're leaving the hospital.
Every several years, the doctor will take the fluid out, take the sperm out, but other than that, he can't.
Maybe he's like really spiritually enlightened too. He's on that like no coming thing that your guru was on. You know?
Yeah.
No,
retention.
it has to be
Retention.
voluntary. It can't be because God cursed you to never.
Does he
do
just
it
have wet
again.
dreams all the time?
He doesn't. I don't know. He can't. He
It's
hasn't.
got to
done-
go somewhere, right?
Yeah, it has to.
It,
Just
the
goes
doctor.
up into
I
your,
said
like,
the
lower
doctor.
intestine. Like, where's it?
The doctor pumps it out.
I'm just realizing Breaking Bad had two like critical hand job scenes.
Two.
I know the one.
The one
No,
where
the other one?
she's jerking Walt off.
He jerks off
on his-
Gus. I missed that one.
Tuco Salamanca gets jerked off.
By Jesse.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's good hand job. Fuck. Woo.
The cum. Look at that.
Best hand job in the
Look
Central
at that.
Valley.
Yeah. Yeah, he's snorting off a knife. Fucking Walt's jerking him off.
I am the one who comes.
Yeah, boy.
Whoa, that's good. Whatever you're doing, just keep doing that.
But Walt gets jerked off on his birthday. Remember, she's watching TV, so she starts jerking him off faster. She gets excited about the game show, and it's supposed to like kind of show you how like loveless their marriage is.
Yeah.
Or
What
whatever.
is this scene? I would have watched this again.
It's in the pilot, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's in the pilot.
Let's pull that up now.
But it's just funny because it makes me think that Vince Gilligan just loves hand jobs.
Yeah, he's a
'Cause
big
like-
handy guy.
He's writing hand jobs and everything.
He had many more scenes written for the show, but thanks to his writers.
Most of the writing room was just cutting hand job scenes.
So at this point, Saul gets jerked off.
So Jack, before he finishes Hank, he jerks him off. No, just finish Hank.
They're like, originally, it was a massage parlor that he was going to launder all the money through. The Korean massage parlor.
Got to do the car wash, Vince.
Yeah, you got to do the car wash. It's like, but it's great. They can get jerked off in every scene because they own the massage parlor.
That's not what,
Vince,
Yeah.
they had to wrestle away creative control.
yeah, that's why I hated El Camino. It was mostly hand jobs.
Yeah. Just the entire
In El Caminos. It's just Mexican dudes with mullets getting hand jobs in their El Caminos.
Just Jesse Plemons fucking jerking off fucking Aaron Paul for fucking 2.5 hours.
That guy is so like. It's funny because you got to have a look, I guess, to be be a successful actor. So it's like you better hope you're either beautiful or like really weird looking.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like your only hope. Either you're Willem Dafoe or you're George Clooney. Otherwise, you don't stand a chance. Like, there's very few like guys like I feel like who look like us, except Jackson. In Hollywood, I feel like you got a weird enough look where you could be.
Yeah. No, one time I was talking to a girl and she was like, "You got some kind of a look. Like who do people say you look like?" I was like, "I don't know."
Bill Hader?
Yeah. And I was like, sometimes people say Evan Peters. She goes, "Haha, but Evan Peters is sexy."
All right, I can cut this part out if the answer is no. But is she still alive?
She's everything.
She's actually this jacket.
Yeah.
She's. Don't worry. I used every part of her. I didn't waste it. I didn't waste a single square inch of flesh. You understand? I didn't.
That's not tiger print. Those are fingerprints.
Yeah. This is a special fingerprint. You've got to just to get the full.
Yeah, you gotta stretch.
They have to touch the full thing so you can composite it.
That's I just picture you on the subway riding home after that interaction going, "Fucking bitch, I'm fucking sexy," and then there's like 4 guys behind you also going, "Fucking bitch, I'm fucking." It's just a full train of.
Dude, I'm always the sanest person on that motherfucker.
It is a mobile psych ward.
Except no one is taking care of them.
Yeah. There's seriously just fist fights. There's guys eating other guys' forearms like drumsticks on their
Bus drivers like, why is there like an orderly or something?
I had to prevent a rape on a bus once.
Really?
Yeah.
He just didn't do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what'd you do? Get off the bus? All he did was pull that string.
Stop! I'm a hero. One more saved. Bing.
So I guess every night it's hundreds of rapes have been prevented. Just by me reaching.
Jerk off to the memory of it.
Yeah. I'm always about to reach my destination. Next time. Ding. Rape requested. Mercy requested. Ding.
There's 2 strings.
Solace found. Mercy.
What, you did not do it.
I saved her.
I was racing to say the exact same thing, but he said it in 4 words less than I would have done it.
How were you going to say it? What did you spare her?
No, I said, what did you do? Get off the bus. That's what I said.
I'm laughing so hard I'm gagging right now.
I remember when I first moved to LA before I had a car, because I came from Europe to LA, so I didn't have shit.
Yeah.
And I moved into this house of this noise musicians that were like friends of friends. And my friend Andrew was kind of like my tour guide, and he was showing me around LA. And we get on the bus, and my first time on an LA bus, I get there. And I'm not a country bumpkin. I'd lived in West Oakland, so nothing. So it takes a lot to shock me. Mm-hmm. We get on the bus. There's literally human teeth on the bus seat, and I go, "There's teeth there." And Andrew goes, "Yeah, you'll see shit like that. You'll get used to it." And I'm like, "I don't think I will."
Just leave it there, and $1 will be there. The bum comes and sees the tooth fairy.
He's got a necklace of teeth.
Yeah.
I'm the tooth fairy.
I take the teeth and I leave a transfer. Here you go.
He sucks the marrow out of the root.
Yeah. That's enough nutrition for a week.
Thank you, sir. Circle of life.
Yeah, you get used to that. There's like the things in LA where I haven't gotten used to it. I've just removed myself from seeing it.
Yeah.
Like there's just like the amount of things that people are like, yeah, you get used to all the human shit and the death and the fucking teeth and the blood and the murder.
But you really do. Like I walk by multiple human shits every day. I'm just like, oh, is that horse or people? Like I'm never like fucking blown away.
Well, I was in San Diego doing some comedy club. You know how there's like 3 comedy clubs in one block?
Yeah.
San Diego. I was doing one of those. The one with the hand is the bathroom door handle. It's just a hand coming out. What is that? American Comedy Club.
Okay.
I was doing that room. And that's also like the Skid Row. There's like 4 comedy clubs and in a Skid Row there.
Yeah.
And I was just parking my car, feeding the meter. I push in the side view mirror so that a car doesn't clip it. Just real like suburban shit that I'm doing. And then I step out of my car and I just see people just like, ah! I'm just like, excuse me. And I hop over them, excuse me. Woo-hoo-hoo. And I'm like, should I go into the subway bit or should I?
Yeah. This guy's like,
There's like people like frothing at the mouth. And you're just like, doo-doo-doo.
so I wonder how the crowd's going to be.
I just accepted that I can't help. And,
Yeah. I think I saw a dead guy outside a madhouse one time.
Jesus.
Yeah,
And I'm
probably
just
did.
like, well, I got to make it to my set.
Yeah, there was one time during the pandemic, one of the first times I got out of the house, I was with a friend, and we were driving to Manhattan Beach, and we had music blasting. We're leaving his apartment. It's the first time we either of us had done anything social in a while. And there was like a fancy seafood restaurant that was doing window service down in Manhattan Beach. We're like, let's just go get an expensive meal and go down there. And we're singing along to a song as we drive by. And we pull out of his driveway. We go through 2 lights. Everything's great. And then we pull up to another red light. And there's just an EMT just giving CPR to a guy on the side of the street. And there's like another guy who's like naked at the bus stop. And my friend goes, just keep thinking tacos. Just keep thinking tacos. Like, don't let it bring you down.
El Pastor. We're getting El Pastor. It's going to be great.
It's so hard to have a carefree moment in the city. It really is.
They need to build an extra layer like over the homeless, you know, so we can just walk above them and never have to think about them again.
I went on a...
I don't know if they'd let you on that one above.
I'd be shuffled into the lower level by the police.
You could have $1 billion and be like, it still feels like you should be down low.
Once they find out I'm not a car owner, they take me down or I'll be sodomized for the rest of my life.
Just riding the train with Bentley keys in your pocket.
It's every moment is shit.
I think
everything.
I think we're in a good place to. So something Jackson and I do in the kitchen all the time.
Oh no!
Is we for some reason like we'll just be like one of us will be cooking, the other one will be eating, and we will just leaf through somebody's Me Too allegations. That's great because so many happened that. Like I really only knew the ins and outs of like Louis and Harvey Weinstein. There was only a few that I
you only hit the big 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What was the third?
To really get in, I'm a Me Too fan. I get really into the low key ones.
Spacey,
Weinstein, and Louis. I think
I would say that those are the
or
big
Cosby also, but Cosby wasn't Me Too as much of like a serial rapist.
Well, Harvey too. Like
That's true also. Yeah.
Harvey and Cosby are in their rarefied air.
It's like you can't just attach like a fun hashtag to 40 rapes.
Yeah, no.
There's something else.
There's no nuance. There's no degrees. I'm at level 11 rapist. I'm
Exactly. You're just fucking
dozens.
Sometimes you transcend the,
Yeah. Louis Me Too, Harvey and Cosby are like monster level.
Yeah. Louis is the face of Me Too.
Yeah.
I would say those two are the face of just like rape. Yeah. But so we were reading one of the ones that we went through, and we were like, we should talk about this on the pod because neither of us had any idea. It was Dustin Hoffman. And the Hoffman.
The Hoffman
He
comes.
is a rascal.
The Hoffman prophecies.
Dustin Hoffman is a full-on rascal. I don't know. I think that word was made.
Easy. For Hoffman, yeah. Let's bring it up, dude. They're making Mothman
Get into
prophecies
some
too.
shenanigans.
Hoffman prophecies.
Does he still work? Did this ruin his career?
I think he's done, but it happened right at the twilight of
But
his
he also
career.
is...
Let's see his filmography if he's got anything
He's
going on.
85 years old.
Yeah,
so-
it happened. He got out at just the right time. He was brought to justice right when he was ready to
Oh, no,
retire.
he's got Kung Fu Panda 4 coming out.
All right.
Which what you'll see, you'll learn, Willie, is that he should not be doing cartoons because we need to keep him out of the voiceover booth.
Voiceover booth is where he's at his most powerful.
Yeah, and he's also in a movie called Megalopolis.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
Coppola.
Yeah, Coppola's new movie. Fuck.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
fuck
Wow.
it. He's fine. Yeah, fuck it.
Well, Coppola is one of those guys who can cast whoever he wants. You know what I mean? He's also 83.
I don't know. He also made
Jesus,
Godfather.
imagine how brutal that
he
set
can't.
was.
He can't cast
There's a bunch of
whoever he
80-year-olds
wants.
walking around trying to do something that requires urgency. Jesus Christ.
We have 3 days just to watch them like walk on set.
Yeah. Action.
Look at these legends work.
I know. They're drooling. They're in diapers. Yeah. Oh God, that must be a brutal set.
See, he can work again because he no longer remembers what he did.
Yeah.
So he's innocent again. So we can employ
Craft
him.
services table, just dementia pills.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Make me innocent again.
Oh my God.
I did not fuck my daughter, an old boy.
Okay, let me see here. I remember we found like the perfect breakdown of it. There was a website that like went through the whole thing, and it starts from, this must be it right here. Is it from Forbes magazine? You know, it's funny if you ever see anybody like, I was featured in Forbes. I'm pretty sure that's just a pay to get a.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like means nothing.
He
You
paid,
just-
I think it's like
he paid to have this one featured.
No.
He was like, "Come on,
I imagine.
Yeah. Hey, I'm in Forbes. Oh no.
Let's see this one. No, this isn't.
This is the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, we got to find
An iceberg made out of 17-year-old girls."
15 celebrities have got caught in the Me Too accused. Women who have accused Dustin Hoffman. Business Insider.
Oh hell yeah.
I think this is the one. Okay, yeah.
It's funny. It's all business magazines too.
I know, it's really weird.
It's like LinkedIn presents the Dustin Hoffman fucking documentary.
ZipRecruiter. Is
Did you see
doing
the
Me Too
ZipRecruiter
articles.
hit piece?
Yeah. ZipRecruiter published Jeff Bezos' dick pics. All right. So this starts, I think this is chronological, but I'm not sure. But it says, here are all the women who have accused Dustin Hoffman of sexual harassment or assault, including details of their accusations. Anna Graham Hunter said Hoffman spoke openly about sex in front of her and groped her. Okay. This is...
Are they like in order of severity or?
I think so, yeah, actually.
Okay.
I think that is what it is. Hunter said that while interning as a PA on the set of Death of a Salesman in '85, Hoffman, who starred in the film, would speak openly about sex and inappropriately touched her. And he said that, he's including a quote, he went up to the PA and said, "So did you have sex over the weekend like I told you?" Like I told you. So, I mean,
Dustin Hoffman's a cum guru.
yeah.
I order you. I gave you explicit instructions.
Do me a favor, go out and have sex this weekend, all right? So you can tell me about
You
it.
need to get laid because you're a little slow with the coffee.
He said he felt her butt 4 times.
4 times.
While she walked him to his limousine. In response to that, he said, "I have the utmost respect for women and feel terrible that anything I might have done could have put her in an uncomfortable situation.
I respect
I'm
the way
sorry."
they taste. I respect the way they smell.
Yeah, that's the quote of a guy I know. This guy I know from back in the day, this girl was like, "Why do you hate women?" And he goes, "I don't hate women. I love the smell and taste of women." Oh, God. Yeah, Jesus.
He said this to a woman.
He's
pleading with him.
He's like, no, trust me.
blackout drunk. He has no memory of this.
I don't hate women.
He also had one of the funniest things ever is we used to live with this dog who wasn't neutered, and he would jerk himself off. He would like lick his cock till he came, the dog. And so he was...
Oh, the dog.
Yeah, he was
I
on...
thought it was this guy with
No.
the dog. I was like, okay.
The dog was laying on a yoga mat, and he licked himself, and he left a little mess on the yoga mat. And right as that happened, the dude who said that thing walked in, and he stepped on the cum in his socks, and he went... He was hungover, and he just stepped in dog cum in his socks. All he wanted was water, and he just was at his breaking point.
That's a man with no fight left. That's the noise of defeat.
All right. Karen Rossetter accused Hoffman of groping her repeatedly when they were in a play together. Repeatedly. This was when he was on Death of a Salesman, the Broadway version.
Something about that character
Yeah.
just makes you.
Yeah, it makes
It's
you
like
want to
the
grope.
Joker.
Did he play Willie Loman? Who did he play?
I think he plays Willie.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. But he's acting like a biff. Yes,
The play was foreplay.
Let me see. Let me see. So he said he performed alongside Hoffman, or she did, for 6 to 8 weeks. She claimed the actor would fondle and grope her offstage almost every show. Jeez. At parties, Rossetter said that whenever Hoffman took a picture with her, he would put his hand around her ribcage and then grab her breast just before the picture was taken. Only by luck do I have one such picture. And there's a link to the picture, but it's just him hugging a way too young woman holding her tit.
Pull it up. Come on. We're in show business.
He declined to comment on that one. Wendy Riss Gastionis said Hoffman made inappropriate sexual comments to her during a professional meeting and asked her to go to a hotel with him. Let's see here. So
She's like a suit.
yeah. And apparently she's a genius producer, they say.
Okay.
But let's see. It was a play. He said, "I'll never forget." He moves back, opens his arm, and says, "Oh, okay, this is the great one." So it's when he's talking to the producer. Hoffman asked her if she'd ever been intimate with a man over 40. She was in her early 20s at the time. He was 53. And he said, he moved back, opened his arms, and said, "It would be a whole new body to explore."
Oh, man.
Is Jackson writing for
The idea that like a saggy old body is like new territory. Like it's like
you ain't never had it like this. Yeah. You can slurp me up through a straw, baby, and then spit it back out. It's a whole new body to explore.
Oh my God.
These young, tight fucking snooze fests. You get wrapped up, fucking tangled up in this shit. Come on.
Yeah, no.
You ever tasted nipples with gray hair on them?
Come on, just choke yourself in my man titty.
The delusion to be 53 years old, staring at your naked body after you get out of the shower and be like, "God damn, this is a whole evolution of the human body. This is like,
this is a whole new experience for somebody."
This is
I think I might
amazing.
be getting sexier. Oh my God. What happened to you, Dustin? You used to be a regular guy. Now you're this
like
fucking
a fine leather couch.
You're like, he pulls up his man titties, a 15-year-old girl rolls out. Oh, shit. I thought you went home. What are you going to do now, huh?
I mean, could you imagine another, like a worse way to horrify a 20-year-old girl being like, "You ever been with a 53-year-old?
Flop around like a
new
squirrel.
experience."
One life ends, another begins, baby.
She says, "I'm trying to get back to my pitch." She's talking about a play she wants him to work on, and that's what he's saying. Could you imagine? Like, we've all had meetings where we're extremely stressed out, you know, we're like showing up and we've got to show up to the meeting. We got to be present. We got to nail it. And then just imagine the guy, you're like, prepared all week. He's like,
Yeah, he's just like flicking his nipples.
yeah. You ever been with a 53-year-old man, Willie?
It's like a horny
So the
cartoon. It's like Roger Rabbit's trying to fuck you.
He gets up in the middle of her pitch and he says he has to do some clothes shopping at a nearby hotel. And did you want to come by? He said, "Come on, come to this nearby hotel." Jesus Christ. He declined to comment on that one. Corey Thomas said that Hoffman exposed himself to her when she was 16 years old. Corey Thomas told Variety that she was in high school when Hoffman exposed himself to her in her hotel room in 1980. So this was his daughter's friend.
Okay.
She was 16 years old, classmate of his daughter. Said that Hoffman was in the midst of a divorce from his first wife. I wonder why. While waiting to get picked up by her parents after Hoffman's daughter had gone to her mother's, Hoffman went to the bathroom, started to shower, then came out with a towel around his waist and then dropped it in front of her. He was standing there naked. I almost collapsed. It was the first time I'd ever seen a naked man. He stood there. He took his time. And Hoffman asked her to massage his feet.
He's just from a different.
How do you fucking?
The confidence.
What a truly bad guy.
The confidence it takes to do this kind of stuff. Like,
Where is his daughter at this point?
she'd gotten picked. They were getting picked up. She left for her mother's, and the other girl was behind because she was waiting for her parents to pick her up.
Jesus
and he was
Christ.
like, "Now's the time."
Score.
Look, I gotta shoot my shot, baby. Daughter's friend, I don't give a fuck. A dog will hunt.
Also, he's like trying to seduce a teenager by saying, "Massage my feet." His 50-year-old feet.
Yes, master.
Yeah.
That's his fantasy.
Oh my God, he's an unbridled animal. He really is. I had no idea.
This is crazy.
It's not over. Melissa Kester said that Hoffman put his fingers inside of her without consent in a recording studio.
Whoa.
Yeah, during working on the film Ishtar in 1987.
That's how you get that voice.
Yeah, exactly. It's his process. Says that her boyfriend at the time was doing music for a movie, and she went with him few times at the studio where Hoffman was recording vocal tracks. During one visit, while Hoffman was in the recording booth, she said suddenly he put his hands on her pants. While he was in the recording booth, he put his fingers inside me. And the thing I felt most bad about is I didn't know what to do. It's just sad.
That's how he gets the pitch right. He goes, let me shoot her.
She said it went on for 15 to 20 seconds. After she was done, she left the booth and went into the bathroom and cried.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I think it is an order of severity.
Yeah, they're definitely getting worse.
Yeah, they are definitely getting worse.
What's the last one? Hoffman bathed in a 17-year-old's virgin blood.
Well, eating babies.
Yeah, he butterflied his cock with a knife and presented it on a black jeweler's cloth to a 12-year-old girl.
He took the stem cells not for research, but for his own pleasure.
An anonymous woman said Hoffman fingered her in a car full of people.
You said an armless woman?
Anonymous woman.
I'm sure that wouldn't stop him.
Yeah, Hoffman's like, she's got no defense.
Yeah, exactly.
He'd be on the armholes, just.
When Variety asked if the encounter was, let me see here what he said. He offered her a ride home from a rap party in a car filled with people. He put his hand up her skirt. Jesus Christ, he doesn't. He's got like hairy old knuckles.
It's also fun. Like, imagine like Dustin Hoffman at like an Ice Cube concert.
I know,
Picking someone up.
I know, right?
I love Juice WRLD.
Pauline said this woman Pauline, it's in quotes, so I guess it's an
alias.
Yeah,
This is none of one of those armless women.
Yeah. But another armless woman said Hoffman exposed himself to her when she was 15. He was 36 in 1973. God, he's old. Pauline alleged that he unzipped his pants and exposed herself in the Manhattan apartment and began to masturbate in front of her. I had never seen a naked man before. Apparently,
he's a lot of people's
He's
first.
scarring a lot of people's idea of what the naked man's body is. I didn't know what to do. I was just sitting there, eyes wide open. I'll be finished soon, he said. Oh, God, Lord.
Wait, what is he doing at this point?
Jerking off in front of a 16-year-old girl.
Good Lord.
Said he met her through a job at a department store. She assisted him several times, said he kept coming back to see her. Eventually, he invited her to a movie screening. One night, she says they went back to his apartment. He told her they had just gotten his daughter a puppy. So he's telling a kid, and he said when they got to the apartment, there was no puppy. So he lured a 15-year-old girl to his apartment under the premise of a puppy and then jerked off in front
That's
of
like
her.
literally
That's
like
happened to me.
fucking. There's candy at my house.
Yeah,
like
it's
you're literally doing.
One time a girl invited me over and was like, my friend who wants to fuck you is going to be there. And she was like, they're not here. My boyfriend's in the other room asleep. You're going to fuck me now.
Oh, you have a bit about that, don't you?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get into that later. But I'm a victim too.
Jackson's like, I get it.
Girls, I totally get it. I
Caroline.
thought I was going to have sex with one girl 1 minute. I have to have sex with another, you know. I get it. Really. She said there was going to be a party full of singles. Next thing I know, I'm committing adultery. For God's sakes. I didn't have any choice in the matter.
You should be in Saddam Hussein's cage while you're telling these stories. You know, if you translate his rants, this is exactly what he was saying when he was in the cage.
He was in a cage?
She said there'd be singles. The next thing you know, I'm committing adultery.
He ranted in a cage?
Yeah. With his trial, he was in a cage during his trial.
He was in a fucking bird cage?
Yeah. Yes.
Ranting like, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Going full Manson. Caroline said that Hoffman would not let her leave a hotel room. This is a new one. Caroline, another another armless woman.
Okay.
Would not let her leave a hotel room until she performed a sexual act on him. Said she was working as a tour guide in Washington, D.C. when he was shooting All the President's Men. Which is why I found this. I watched All the President's Men and I loved it. I thought it was such a great movie. And then I was like,
This Dustin Hoffman guy's amazing.
yeah, I was like, I'm going to do a Dustin Hoffman film fest in my room. And then I stumbled across this and I was like, never-ending list. It's an everlasting rape stopper.
The never ending. Dustin Hoffman is Freddy Krueger in
I know. For real.
the never ending allegations.
So he saw her as the tour guide. She was 21. He hopped on the bus. Everyone was freaking out. Mr. Hoffman would and then he had his assistant say, Mr. Hoffman would very much like to spend the evening with you, to her. So that night, Caroline's mother dropped her off at the Watergate Hotel.
No red flags.
No. Caroline said Hoffman was shirtless when he answered the door. I just picture like just burping mustard in his chest hair.
No desire to be in shape.
Constantly has food in his teeth he's trying to suck out.
This is where they took down my favorite president.
Yeah, exactly. It was
Bring it to me. Bring it to me.
He says, it was as if he had researched me before I got there. He asked me, what kind of doctor was your father? I had never told him anything about my father. Jesus, this is pre-internet, too. How
That's
the fuck did he
insane.
do that? Caroline
He's
says...
just got goons doing this stuff? Like,
Yeah.
what are you fucking...
But what does he think that's going to do for him? Like, knowing what her father does for work? Is it like
It's,
a power...
it's probably just going to terrify her.
Yeah.
And
thought
so
it'd be
she's
like,
like, it's got to be
oh.
like a power thing.
He thinks he's in a movie. Mr. Hoffman, you know a lot about me. Yes. Yes, I do.
Go home, he said in a question mark. Go home? You don't think you're getting out of here without having sex, do you? She alleged that Hoffman said. She said Hoffman then blocked the door and presented her two options of sex. She chose oral. Jesus Christ.
God.
Meryl Streep. Now, I feel like they close. Meryl Streep is a closer on name, you know. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think this is as severe as the last five. But by the way, how many have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
But the rest of them had a great time. That's 9 out of what, 10,000?
Caroline Ross. Oh, wait. Meryl Streep we were at. Meryl Streep has not come forward with an accusation, but she said he groped her during auditions for Kramer versus Kramer. He came up to me and said, I'm Dustin Burp Hoffman.
Grabbed her ass.
Hoffman, and then he grabbed her tit. Really, he really did. And she goes, "What an obnoxious pig!" I thought.
Cartoonish level. I know. Assault.
I'm Dustin Hoffman.
Honk, honk.
The Hoffman cometh, baby. Come on.
What an animal! Absolute animal. Oh my God!
Hoffman rules.
If it just stopped there, like, you know, didn't he also slap her in that movie without rehearsing it? I think there's something right here.
I don't know.
I'm sure he did many things without
think I saw
rehearsing.
Yeah, Schulman wrote that while shooting Kramer versus Kramer, Hoffman intensified their fight scenes by slapping Streep and taunting her about her recently deceased boyfriend, John Cazell. That's insane. He's like trying to do some kind of like method acting or whatever, like get her in. It's like if you need to be terrorized about your dead boyfriend, maybe you're not an actress. You know, like maybe just let her do her job.
There's one thing. One thing I need.
I'm like, it's so funny how like people will, how much they'll go through to not actually have to act. Where it's like, you know, like if James Gandolfini, who's, you know, Tony Soprano's the greatest character ever, but like if he had to be agitated in a scene, he would stay up all night and then he'd put rocks in his shoes and stuff. And I mean, apparently it works, but also it's like, or you just act.
Yeah.
Isn't that your job?
Or you just like channel something.
Yeah, just act. You have to do.
Dustin Hoffman's like the crowd work comic who's like, I'm a fucking great crowd work comic. And they just say something racist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So what do you do for work? You're like, this is the crowd work fucking guy?
So when will you blacks learn, huh? Come on. What the hell's the matter with you people?
And he's a little guy too, Dustin Hoffman. He's a little short man.
Really?
So he probably had to reach up.
Yeah,
to
he was like,
Meryl
honk,
Streep's
honk.
tits. Good Lord, dude. Yeah, 15 was the youngest one of all of them. But could you imagine like being a father and then just beating off in front of your daughter's friends?
Yes.
Not beating off to them, beating off in front of them.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'll be with you in a minute.
Did you mishear me? Yeah, no, I get it.
It's not sexual. It's a child. I'm just taking care of my own.
Jackson closing at Madison Square Garden. It's not sexual. She was a child. Good night, everybody.
I mean, I didn't intend it as. I'm in one of those moods where I'm just like, don't say anything weird, and everything I say is just, I don't want you to publish a single moment.
By moods, you mean one of those lives?
I'm living one of those lives.
I'm having one of those lives where you physically cannot help but creep everybody out around you.
Yeah. I've changed. I don't think with my dick anymore. I'm more of an intellectual kind of guy now.
I'm anticipating YouTube comments on this about people like calling it a woke podcast. It's like, guy has 19 accusations on 15-year-old girls. Great, that's what we need, another woke podcast.
Those fucking libtards.
You fucking woke.
What slur are we being called there?
That's the part of the art.
Yeah, that was Morgan Wallen. Figure it out.
It's like a what do they call that? Those ink block Rorschach test. Like whatever you hear,
whatever you want,
it reveals what you are psychologically.
Just bleep that there was a joke gone wrong. That's the story of my life.
I heard something
I'm
Asian
kidding around.
This is my favorite one. You ready for this one? Oh wait. Okay, wait. Sorry, wrong one. Hold on, sorry. I didn't mean that one.
That's Dustin Hoffman seeing a girl and that music starts playing.
It's not, right when it right
set the mood.
In the camera, you see the daughter give Dustin Hoffman a kiss and say "Bye, Daddy" as she gets in the car and drives away while her friend's waiting there for her mom to pick her up. You hear this? The car drives away. No, it was this one. What's going on, folks? You're listening to Concrete Kicks here, Brian Boogie. It's 10 on the hour. We've got the big barbecue rock festival coming up. Incubus will be headlining. Korn will be doing a acoustic set. Limp Bizkit will be closing that out. Jackson Banks, what do you got coming up on the calendar?
Brain Kisser is coming out soon. I got a new sketch coming out. Some new films dropping on Camp Jackie. I got the Undiscovered Genius show at the Improv February 18th.
That's right. I'll be doing a half hour at Hollywood's most famous comedy club. Willie Simon, what do you got going on?
I got you can follow me on social for stand-up clips every day. I'm finally doing the clips every day thing. And, yeah, dude, just come out to a show in LA.
Willie Simon _ is that correct?
That's the right one.
All right.
Thanks, Pokey.
All right, coming up after this, we'll have Dustin Hoffman in the studio. We're going to see if he can guess the ethnicity of a woman by feeling her vagina. All right, folks, it's 10 on the hour. Here's Pitbull. I guess that's the way we're going to end it.
Yeah, that's good.
Seems like a good enough ending to me. I feel like you don't want a fake ending. I mean, we only did 52 minutes, but sometimes you just got to let God tell you when the episode's over.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
So
we're channeling the Lord right now.
All right, folks. Come see me at the Mic Drop Comedy Club in San Diego on February 16th. It's a Thursday. Doors open at 7, shows at 7:30.
I'll be there too.
Jackson will be opening for me.
I won't be there.
The night
go
after
see it. It's really
that,
good.
I'll be at the Rec Room in Huntington Beach. That's another headlining spot. And then I'll be at the Ace Hotel in Palm Springs on February 21st and the Tempe Improv on March 1st. Go to brianvokey.com for tickets. Thank you, and have a great night. God bless.
And her beautiful breasts are right. Well, I'm sure they weren't like that, but in memory, they are.